Steven Jill here.
Hello.
Welcome to the House Academy Show, entertaining real estate investment talk. I'm Steven Jack Butala.
And I'm Jill Dewitt, broadcasting from sunny Southern California.
Today, Jill and I talk about how many deals can you do at once? And I'm quoting Jill right before we turn the microphones on. All right, is this a number? What's the show actually about? And I said, it comes down to what your comfort level is.
I was going to say, it comes down to, what do you think it's about?
Oh my gosh.
It's like,
don't you hate when people do that?
Oh my God. Let's talk about this for a moment. What do you, what does that mean to you?
Oh, how does it make you feel?
Define deal. What does a deal mean to you?
How do people do that?
I don't know.
Thank you for not doing that.
No. When I was growing up, I was a spank me and send me to my room kind of person. Please don't make me sit down and talk about why I felt the need to, do whatever and use the couch furniture, the living room furniture for this purpose in the backyard. So that was it. Jill, why would you turn our couch into a slip and slide with all the wax paper and saran wrap and aluminum foil you could possibly find in the kitchen?
Oh my gosh, can we do that today?
Right. So
that sounds like a blast, actually.
Yeah. And how did you get it out there, by the way? How many kids could you get involved to get the furniture out of the backyard?
When the kids were little, we used to make sleds and go down the stairs. Remember that?
Oh,
that was a blast.
You did that?
Yeah.
With a sleeping bag?
Yeah. And some cardboard.
Oh my God. And one apartment that we had one time.
That's a long time ago.
And I remember, the kids, it was a stairs and there was a wall. And I remember it would just slam against the wall. And I'm like,
over and over again.
Somebody's going to call on us, or worse yet.
The times are turned now,
There's
Joe.
going to be a broken tooth. Yeah, that's true. Well, then I was older, and when you're young, you didn't see that. I didn't see the danger in it. Now I do. Yeah.
I don't think it's danger. I just think it's messing stuff up. Oh, I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the houseacademy.com online community. It's free.
Leonard wrote, "Hello, land investors. I bought a lot from the Commissioner of State Lands in blank. Blank state. I'm trying to figure out exactly what I have. From Google Maps, it appears to be located at such and such street address. And then Parcel Fact shows that there was a sale of $58,000 in 2017. I think it's a multi-parcel deal." There we go. That's what's coming out here. "The county data shows this lot to be unimproved, but the lady on the phone also said there was previously a structure on it in 1990.
Which is why it's on the House Academy show.
Interesting. I'm not sure where to go from here. Should I contact an agent? Would it have been an illegal addition if the structure looked like it was a duplex from Google Maps? Interesting. If anyone has done a deal with any knowledge like this, any knowledge is greatly appreciated. Sincerely, Leonard." So help me. I'm trying to read between the lines, and I think you know.
I do. The underlying question here and the real message here, and I'm not picking on you, Leonard, at all. We know who Leonard is, and he's an active member, and we love him. There's a lot of research and digging and stuff that goes on with tax deeds. Really, any real estate deal. And there's always some unknowns. Almost every single deal has 3 or 4 or 5 unknowns. Can I put a mobile on it? Well, they say I can. Is there a sewer at the street? Well, they tell me that the sewer's at the street, but in the past, I've been told that, and maybe in the same county, and it just wasn't there. If this drives you nuts, if you're the kind of person that needs to have every single box checked and every unknown flipped over and uncovered before you can move to the next slot and whatever you're trying to accomplish, this is not for you. This is a great example of what goes on with tax deeds and what goes on with real estate deals in general. Right. And there used to be a house there. Excellent. Then you know for sure that somebody addressed the utilities somehow. That's a massive improvement and an attribute in my head. Check. That's a great, now I'm into the deal. Mm-hmm. Way more than I would be if it was just a really far out rural vacant property. Mm-hmm. You're looking on Google Earth at this address, it ties with the APN. If you can slide that slider on Google Earth, pick a date all the way back to 1990. They have satellite images from 1990 to 2019 or 2020. You can see what happened very clearly. If the 1 year the house is gone, the year before it was there. Now you've got 2 pictures to sell this property with. Like, this is what used to be there. This is what's there now. This is all good news. So the way that this is written and the spirit of this question is, help. I don't know the answers. When do you ever know all the answers? You make the best of the situation. He's got a little bit more information from the county than typically I've gotten out of talking to the counties in this state. And so this is all positive. And that's how these things should be looked at. This is not OCD land.
Could you imagine? Then the topic of the show would be, did you get your one deal done this month?
Yeah,
If it was
year.
OCD land. How many do you do? One a month. But I know everything about it.
Yep. Every single thing. And I know the property history back to whenever.
That's right. Exactly. I've personally spoken to every owner, and I know every person in the county, and I've taken them to lunch.
Here's the perfect deal for us. Might not be the perfect deal for you. I send out a bunch of mail. Let's say we buy a property, Jill buys a property for 20 grand. And that was maybe my offer was 15. She got it. We all decided 20,000 is good. We know the property is worth 80. We know that. We've talked to brokers. We've talked to people in the area. Maybe Jill called the 7-Eleven down the street, which is, I'm not exaggerating. That's what she does.
Recent stuff, what's available right now.
And maybe she calls the county and says, can I put a mobile on there? Just to know. We stop right there and we build a great posting that inadvertently says, in our posting it says, we've never done a lot of research on this property, but we know it's a great deal for you. That's it. You probably, because you're local, see some value in this. But we're passing on the savings like Walmart. We bought it so cheap so we can mark it up a little bit and send it to you. Not, here's every single detail that is possible with this land. Here it is. And we're going to give it to you for half price.
Exactly.
So give yourself a big pat on the back and do yourself a favor. Don't learn too much about these properties that you buy. Just make sure it's not a crash and burn situation. That's it. And then sell it real cheap to somebody local who believes, and they are. We wouldn't be in business if we weren't providing cheap real estate to people on our sell side. This would have been over with, the first 2 years that I started if I was charging retail and explaining all the stuff about the property, basically explaining with all these details why I'm charging retail prices. I would have been out of business in 2 years, long before I ever met Jill. We're in the business of buying incredibly cheap real estate, passing on the savings, and not really learning too much about the actual asset itself in the process.
I'm waiting for the show.
Oh, is it too much?
I was done 5 minutes ago.
You and everybody else. Oh, that's great.
I'm just kidding.
It's so much fun to co-host with you today.
I'm kidding.
Today's topic, because Jill wants to hear it, how many deals can you do at once? This is why you're listening. Here's the number, Jill.
It was a little bit of a dead horse. It was going dead horse. So, trust me, I'm the queen of that. I know that. So, all right.
You're the queen of dead horse.
You know what I mean? Look, I'll throw myself under the bus. I have been told that I, at times, can beat a dead horse, so I really have to try not to. So that's why I said we answer the question, move on.
Speaking of being the queen of something.
Uh-oh.
How many deals can you do at once?
Well, I was just thinking about this. This is a house show. So there's a house component, and then there's a land component. And trust me, I can do 5 times as many land deals as I can house deals because there's a lot more involved. So I'm going to do house comfortably, easy. I could do 10 a month. So
easy.
And then land deals, I could do 50 to 100. But this is because, too, in a past life, I've had I've juggled 80 clients at one time and had to follow up and make phone calls, and 3 drop off and 3 more come on, and that kind of a thing. So I like it. And it's, again, too, because it's this level, I can sit and review, like both of us, we can review a bunch of deals. I could have 10 deals and go, yes, no, yeah, not like that fast, but in an hour I can look at them all and go and make a good decision of whether we're going to buy them or not, and get them moving, kind of thing. What's your number?
So here's how I look at it. I look at it 2 ways. How many deals can I mechanically handle at once? And that number truly is in the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds at once. So if you think of a hub and a spoke model, so you're the hub, and you have like an old wagon wheel, and you have a spoke coming out. Let's say that spoke coming out is a team. You've got a transaction coordinator, and you have whatever it takes to get, I don't know, let's say one team can get 10 or 20, or this is how a title agent, by the way, a title like First American Title runs their business. The hub is a local office, and then they have agents coming off of it, utilizing resources. So maybe a hub, the model for title agents is 30. They expect a title agent to do 30 deals a month, which just means they're perpetually doing 30 deals all the time. That's a good number. And so each spoke, you're the decision maker, and you're doing the mail, which is almost infinite in the hub. Each spoke can do 30. That's a lot of deals. Then it becomes, my second point is, how much money do you have? So I'm constantly in this balance sheet state of mind, which Jill doesn't know about, where we have cash and we have real estate value. And so, and you never, for me, like 50-50, maybe like 75-25, you always want to have kind of more real estate than you do cash. And so you got to balance it that way. So that can be a limit. How do you solve that in the hub and spoke way? With partners. So it's not how many deals can you do at once that is really the question, because that's you can do a lot of deals. There's other stuff involved.
Okay. I agree. I'm lost. I'm sorry. I'm like, I got under your hub and spoke thing, and I'm still thinking about the deals and getting them done and what's important with the deals. So I apologize. I got a little distracted there. That happens. Happy you could join us today. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you can find us right here on the House Academy Show. On Tuesdays and Thursdays. Wait a minute. This is a Thursday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're on the Land Academy Show. I'm totally lost right now. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're on the House Academy Show.
Tomorrow, the episode on the Land Academy Show is called What Gets Jill Excited? You are not alone in your real estate ambition. It was not this episode, I can tell you that.
No, I'm so sorry. Well, because I thought of it. I had one vision in my head and where the show was going to go,
so
and I was thinking about it.
Did I miss it?
So, yeah, it was not, it was more, I was thinking of it, how many deals can I really do and churn and buy and sell in an infinite amount of time, not as a whole company system. So how
many deals can you do in your career?
Like, yeah, that's right. That not, and I was thinking just like as a month.
Well, that's good. How many deals?
And that's how I was thinking. What can I do one at once? And it was given my current team, my current financial situation, and everything. And nobody's right or wrong here. You just took it to a big picture level, and I'm like, well, I never saw that. It's okay.
I think it'd be valuable. How many deals can you do?
Well, I already answered it.
Okay.
So I just like, that's where you took it to a bigger picture level, and I'm like, and it made me ponder all kinds of other things as you're talking big picture. I was talking about the chapter in the book, and you were talking about the series of books and how it's going to change everyone's viewpoint on this topic, whatever it is. Seriously. So that's where I went.
That's not the first time
then I
that's
went,
happened.
well, poop, I'm only thinking about chapter 1. I'm like, well, I feel like an idiot over here, and you're talking about, philosophy, and that's where I got a little bit of lost in your philosophy.
Well, it's not the first time.
Oh, that's true, and it won't be the last.
I can hear podcasting devices turning off all over the country.
Right. Great. No, that's called, the keep it simple, stupid, or keep it, yeah, right. Is that right?
Oh, that's it, yeah.
Okay, so they're going to come up with a new one. Keep Dumb It Down for Jill or something like that.
Or Keep It Simple, Steve.
Keep it simple, yeah. That's it. The House Academy show remains commercial free for you, our loyal listener. So wherever you're watching or wherever you are listening, please subscribe and rate us there. We are
We're
Steve and Jill.
Information
And inspiration
to buy undervalued property.